Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the returning and or brand new wrestling podcast. We were formerly known as the Mega Podcast many moons ago, but nobody listened to it because they thought we were shit. We're still shit, but we've got a new name!
Yay!
We are now Wrestling Babble, the official wrestling podcast of the Wrestling Babble group on Facebook.
Look us up and one of us will add you.
Yes, because we're dead nice like that. The page, if you haven't read it or you're not a member of it, we're just about wrestling, basically. Old wrestling, new wrestling, WWE, TNA, those
Other
school,
companies.
gym, bingo hall, 20 people.
We just talk all fun about wrestling.
Yeah, we like to have fun and we're all about having... We're not here for a long time, we're here for a good time. And
Yes.
a bad time is a waste of time.
Yes.
Which was once said by Arn Anderson.
Yes, it was.
Yes. Let's dive straight in. Let's keep this intro short and sweet. We're here to talk about SummerSlam. Now, it went on Sunday. It was in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. It was
Right smack bang in the middle of a 3-day stint at the Barclays Center.
Which is what they seem to do these days, as far as... Because they seem to just... I don't know if they get like a... you know, like when you go on holiday and it's
Get
like...
a package deal.
Yeah, you can go for 5 days on holiday, but if you stay for an extra 2 days, it's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing, because obviously there was NXT on the Saturday night, which was fantastic. We're not going to cover that because every man and his dog probably already has. And then on the other side of that compliment sandwich was Monday Night Raw, which was from the same place, and smack bang in the middle, smack bang right there in the middle, was SummerSlam. Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York, the 29th annual SummerSlam. 29
years.
And let's be honest, if we sat down and watched them, how many of them do you reckon are half decent?
Not many.
No. Overall, I'm going to give my overall opinion first, and then we'll talk match by match. It was a 4-hour event. Usually that's just reserved for WrestleMania.
Yeah, this was weird. I don't know why they did it.
But me personally, when you watch, especially Mania this year, I thought SummerSlam did what Mania wanted to do but couldn't.
Yes.
It wasn't little video vignettes of, oh, I've just won the Intercontinental Champion. Hey, you're Paul Orndorff. Yeah, well, I won the Intercontinental Championship. And, oh, bloody hell, it's Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
I don't know, last year's vignette of Daniel Bryan winning the IC title and Ric Flair turning up and chopping Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah, but that's because Ric Flair was in there.
It was amazing.
You know, and like they're not just looking like, oh, you know, Ricky Steamboat. What you say isn't going to be stereotypical and or racist.
He did a bad Macho Man though.
Oh yeah. Ooh, he might as well have just gone, yeah, it's like Mr. Burns. But yeah, I thought they did what WrestleMania wanted to do but couldn't. There was no shitty little vignettes like that. It was predominantly wrestling. You had a little bit about what they've been up to this week with people going on telly and shit like that. But it was just wrestling. It was a lot of wrestling, which was nice, really.
Yeah. I thought it was a very confusing but a good show. From what was the last pay-per-view?
Oh, Battleground.
From Battleground, they've slowly started to make amends for all the mistakes they've done over the past year. Because Battleground was kind of the start of things, and then this is a good
era.
Hate to use the term, but it was the evolution.
Or Evolution, if you're
if you're an Emma fan, yeah. It was a good step forward. I mean, a lot of the wrestling was top notch. There were some problems, but I will continue what a lot of other people have said about it. It was very confusing at times because you had matches where you thought this should be higher up on the card, but why is it here?
Yeah, we said that a lot.
Yeah, why is that there and why is that there? But we'll get to that when we get into them. But yeah, I did enjoy the show. I thought it was a very good 4 hours of wrestling. It was long, but it was a good 4 hours.
Yeah, you didn't feel at any time like you were looking at your watch.
It wasn't like Mania.
Oh no, Mania was like having your testicles dragged across hot coals.
The 20-30 minutes of the women.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of that.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's the first match?
First match, we had Enzo and Cass, the hometown heroes, who for me are just, they're money. They're brilliant. They're good at what they do. I think as good as they are, I don't think Big Cass works on his own, which showed when Enzo was on his own. He's a hell of a worker and he's a good wrestler, but you can see his mic work still needs a little bit of work, where Enzo, for me, is the finished package.
Well, they're starting to push Cass, aren't they?
I've heard that he's going to be the next sort of
they're starting to now. Because he's in the...
he's in the tournament, isn't he?
He is in the tournament.
Yeah. But yeah, it was Enzo and Cass who came out to, obviously hometown boys. They're from New York. Well, Cass is from Queens, which is New York, and Enzo's from Jersey. That's like saying, he's in Wrexham, he's a hometown hero, he's from Chester. And they were against Jericho, which is a weird combination, but it strangely works.
Yeah, and this is what I said when we were watching it, is like, I thought when they first started the Jericho thing, I thought,
where they're going with this angle.
Oh God, what's this? What are they doing? But as time's gone on, I really enjoyed it. The fact they would say, like, how are you? And there's no A or W in soft.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of when they put Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes together. It's a weird combination, but it worked. Average match. I wasn't expecting the outcome of Jericho getting the win.
Anyone did.
Especially with the fact that it was Enzo and Cassie's first sort of massive pay-per-view. I mean, obviously you have the big four of Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam and Survivor Series, so I wasn't expecting them to lose this match, but it was okay. It felt like a Raw match.
It was a good start. It was a good starting match.
Yeah.
There's some good wrestling on display. Jericho still got it.
Oh yeah.
Somehow.
What we call him?
Yoga.
Peter McAllister from Home Alone.
Yeah.
He is Kevin's dad.
Yeah. I always find it funny, and I said it again last night, when he does his little flip over the top rope and he scurries along the apron to the top rope. And he did it on Raw as well.
Like a rat up a dream.
He did it on Raw last night as well. And Monday night, I don't know when this is going out.
I don't even know what day it is
anymore. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I always find that funny. I don't know why, but I always do. He just kind of scurries along.
Bless him.
Like a rat up a drain pipe.
Yeah. Second, I mean, that was a 12-minute match.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel
like it.
No.
I think it helped the fact that Kevin Owens was playing up to the audience.
Oh, he's good at that though, isn't he?
So much.
And
when people would clap and he'd turn around and have a big stupid shit-eating grin on his face and go...
Yeah. And he was doing the Enzo sort of shuffle. That was brilliant, that on the apron.
And he went to do like a big move and he went, and went into a headlock.
Yes. He is the ultimate heel.
Yeah.
He definitely... to an extent where people were building this, it was like, fuck you, I'm butchering this angle. Like, you know. So,
but he's had fun with that. I can see.
Oh, definitely.
I think from the start he was kind of I don't know what this is. But when he kind of got into it with Jericho,
I'm just going to enjoy it. But yeah, 12-minute match, which was trumped by our next match, not Donald. It was Donald that did it.
Yeah.
And no one built a great wall or offended anyone.
No.
But we were only into this podcast early, so we may offend someone. So if we have offended you, good. Charlotte and Sasha Banks for the newly rethingied Women's Championship.
See, this is where it got confusing for me. Well, not really new because it was from WrestleMania. But this is where it got confusing because this should have been higher up the card.
Yeah.
Because obviously the WWE is still doing the Divas Revolution thing.
When you look at the matches that came after it, you think, why were they at over this?
And you think, you're trying to make women's wrestling top-notch again. Well, top billing again.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to do. But you put it on second.
Trying to make them fun to watch.
It's like, why? You should put them much higher on the card so it's something to look forward to, not just go, right, here you go, all your eggs in your basket.
But it's like we said last night, though, maybe it was a case of we want to start strong. And we feel these two are the best workers. Because let's be honest, out of all the... I will say this and then I'll move on to my point. Out of all the talent that came up from NXT as far as the women go, they're probably two of the best.
Yeah.
Sasha and Charlotte. But I noticed last night, I've never noticed it before, Charlotte is naturally gifted as an athlete. She's got the look, she's very athletic, but her timing is shocking. I've never noticed it before, but I noticed it. Whether it's because she was in the ring with someone as good as Sasha Banks is, I just thought some little spots I thought she messed up, and it was like, you're really good and you shouldn't be making mistakes like this. See, I'd expect this from Billie Kay or whatever the hell her name is on NXT.
Yeah, Billie Kay, yeah. But I don't know, because I was thinking about it again today, and obviously there's been reports come out on why Sasha lost the title, obviously, spoiler. But the reason being is because she's got a lot of injuries and she's trying to sort them out. She's trying to sort them out, so she's having 30 days out to sort them out.
She hasn't failed the wellness
No,
thing.
she hasn't failed the wellness policy, which was a fear a lot of people had, is that she might have failed the wellness policy, but no, she's got a lot of niggling injuries and she wants to recuperate them. So maybe that was why Charlotte was a bit off, because she was trying to not go full on.
Yeah.
You didn't want to possibly cause more injury.
Like,
but then there was the move off the top rope.
Oh, Jesus.
That made my toes curl.
Yeah.
She looked like she was going for like a fisherman suplexy kind of look.
It was weird because it was obviously was planned, but it just looked like, oh, she's dropped her.
Yeah.
And she's just broken her head.
Yeah.
And it was a bit...
But that's the beauty, and a lot of people have said this about Sasha Banks, is she has amazing crumple physics.
She is basically Dolph Ziggler, Jeff Hardy, Mr. Perfect, and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. She can crumple with the best of them. Yeah. But what a match.
She's like cheap printer paper. Yeah, it was bloody good. It was fair
so good. So many great spots. That raises Edge into a... I think everyone will honestly say that was one of the big things of the night. It was absolutely stunning. What can you say? Just two amazing talents, which proves the point again. They're not utilising them enough. Because when you see them on Raw, it's like, yeah, here you go.
It's 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes, tell your story and get out.
In this 10 minutes, you've got to get to the ring, tell your story, and then piss off again so we can wheel out Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
It's basically it. And it was nice to see Charlotte go over sort of clean. None of this cheating or Dana Brooke getting involved and stuff like that. So that was nice to see.
It was a weird finish, but it was strangely clever.
Yeah.
Because
if anything, you weren't expecting it.
No, because Sasha put on the bank statement, which is an awesome name.
Yes.
Put on the bank statement, but she leant back a little too much, and then Charlotte kind of rolled with her and got the pin.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really... It was a weird, quick ending, but it was clever. And again, something that they did absolutely amazingly throughout the entire match, storytelling.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, wasn't it... Oh, was it Sasha did something to her... It was her back. They started playing up her back, which is obviously probably one of the reasons why she's out. And all through the match, she was trying to do moves. She couldn't do it because of her back. Charlotte kept working on the back, and it was magical storytelling. And it was something that a lot of the male wrestlers don't do.
No. The way I see it, you can know... you can be like Dean Malenko, the man of 1,000 holds. You can do...
Which are mostly arm bars.
Yeah, as far as Chris Jericho is concerned. But if you can't... That's why I'll always defend John Cena.
Yeah.
Because, alright, he's shite. The man is a very... He's been in the business for, 12 years, 13 years, and he's still as green as the day he walked in. But no one can tell a story like John Cena.
But we'll get to him.
Yes. Next match, for me... Total throwaway and a waste of time. The Miz and Apollo Crews. What a waste.
What a cold reception.
Oh yeah, Apollo Crews is supposed to be like this up and coming. I mean, I don't know much about him outside of NXT, but apparently he's got a relatively big indie following.
Yeah, he did a lot of indie work before coming to NXT.
But he's just there.
I think the problem is, and I said this when we were watching it. The problem is he's a straight laced babyface.
Yeah, like
there's nothing to him.
He is basically Rocky Maivia 2.0.
Yeah, he's just turned up and he's happy to be there. And people are like, oh great, it's that guy from NXT. He does standing moonsaults and all sorts of flippy flips and who's a what's it's and everything. But then once that kind of wore off, they're like, well, what else is there for him? It's kind of... He hasn't really had a lot of mic time either.
It's kind of Sin Cara all over again. Well, you look at it happened with Sin Cara. It happened with Neville. It's a case of, well, we've seen it now.
What else is there?
I'll be honest, and this is probably going to kick up a lot of stink and controversy in the IWC wrestling
controversy?
world.
In the internet wrestling community? Never.
Apparently it exists, yeah.
No.
I mean, in the basement.
I thought everyone just sat around in their Bullet Club t-shirts and sung Kumbaya by the fire.
Did millions of dollars. But yeah, I felt that way... And I'm going to pull the trigger, and this is going to be seen as shots fired.
Is it going to be from the Bullet Club?
Hey! I felt that way about Shinsuke Nakamura.
That's it now. Yeah. Dislikes all over this video now. There'll be comments.
Oh, dog shit through me letterbox.
Oh, yeah. A flaming bag, eh? All these new loafers will make sure work of it.
Yeah, when I first saw him, it was a bit, he's a bit strange looking. This could be interesting. And then you saw the way he wrestled, and it was like, that's really stiff. You don't see that anymore. But that's as far as his character arc goes. He's basically Rango dressed as Michael Jackson's Thriller. And that's about it. But I'm not going to waste my time talking about him.
To get some hopeful thumbs up on this on this, I didn't mind his first match with Sami Zayn. I thought it was
that's what I mean. It was different,
match.
And it was I've never seen that style before.
But I'm kind of with you. He's kind of fallen off the wayside. But we'll save that for another.
We may even dedicate a 3-hour video talking about why we don't like it. Next match for me, match of the night, and you know exactly what I'm going to say. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, the boy of every man's dreams, against John Cena, the man of every boy's dreams.
I think it's safe to say if another wrestler was in there, it would be nothing short but glorious.
Oh yes, but we can't. If I go off on that tangent, that's it. You're going to be here for about a week.
But it was.
Oh yeah.
And you hate to use the term, but it was phenomenal.
Yeah. And what I liked about this, from the lead up to the match, it felt like it was sports entertainment against the internet wrestling community. Because you had John Cena, this beacon of hope, this clean-cut, good guy, everyone loves him, he'll give your nan a hug, and
the face that runs the place.
The face that runs the place, the man that...
Myth.
Loves your nan.
Yeah.
You know, and then you've got AJ Styles, like I say, storied career.
Yeah.
He's been everywhere. You know, the only ever, apparently, according to WWE, he's wrestled all over the world in Japan.
Yeah.
Nowhere else.
Don't mention TNA. Don't mention TNA.
No, he's not into...
You could say they're deleting that history.
Oh, they rendered them obsolete. And there's times, and they just don't mention it, and they do it again and again and again. And they never mention it.
Well, I suppose everyone knew he'd come at some point.
Yes. For Christ's sake.
Get on the broken bus.
Yes, it's nice on here. We have pudding. But this match was brilliant. And as we've always said about John Cena, and I've said it to everyone who's ever said John Cena, he's shite. He is only as good as whoever he's in the ring with. And let's be honest, he was in the ring last night with arguably one of the best performers, one of the best sports entertainers there is.
Well, let's be honest now, and people would probably say, "Oh no, sorry, it's a sport, it's blah blah blah." Wrestling is like dancing.
Yeah.
You're only as good as the partner you're with. If you're with someone who's on the same wavelength as you, can go as well as you, you're going to have a fantastic match. And this was a prime time, not a player, example of that theory. Because definitely. You had two seasoned veterans in the ring together, and they just gelled. I know they've gone through other matches. I know they've done quite a lot of house shows together.
But that was
just
that
like
was their
said,
magnum opus, if you will.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was just the build up was perfect because John Cena was on his A game with his promos. AJ Styles was on his A game with his promos, and then it had a big fight feel. Yeah, and once again, there was no it was a clean finish. Yeah, it was. There was no outside interference, there was no cheating, it was... And if anything, I don't think it made any wrestler look lesser than they did. No. They both come from it looking strong. Yeah. Raises a lot of it, AJ Styles won, by the way. Yeah. Raises a lot of interesting points as far as Cena going forward, because definitely. Through the grapevine, you see, hear and read. I think Dave Meltzer put up a news story about it a little while ago, where apparently Cena has asked for a lighter workload. Where he's winding down. Yeah. And maybe at the end of the match finished, obviously AJ celebrating, Cena sat in the middle of the ring, because you know what he's like, somebody will hit him with a finisher and he doesn't sell it. It's like 1, 2, 3, and he's up. Yeah, he sort of looked at his never give up armband and symbolically left it in the middle of the ring, and then that's sort of big symbol. Hobbled out. It's like when Hell in a Cell finished with Undertaker and Shane. Undertaker left his gloves in the ring. It's a whole thing of hanging up your boots. You leave everything in the ring. Yeah. It's that sort of thing. So it'll be interesting to see where they go forward with John Cena after this. But I think AJ Styles has got superstar written all over him. Well, they've given him... They've pretty much, in that match, they made him a star. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They've proven how much of a good talent he is. I think it really is, and as much as we like to say, obviously we like to give our opinion on it, but it's one of those you have to watch it.
Oh yeah.
If you didn't watch it, you have to.
It was almost...
No review can really sort of give you the full experience of it.
I mean, it's like you said, it's one of those matches you need to see. To compare it, and not as far as its wrestling goes, but for its appeal, and it's you've got to see it to believe it. Final Deletion.
Yes.
It's that dog batshit crazy. You've got to see it to understand its stupid genius.
Yeah,
that's kind of thing.
Yeah, but whereas with this one, it's like you've got to see it to understand
how
good it was.
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens to Cena, because obviously we've got SmackDown tonight. Well, Tuesday night. I don't know when this is getting released.
Yeah.
But so it'd be interesting to see what happens, because Cena's got to come out and say something.
Well, he will. Right, next up we had for the WWE Tag Team Championship.
My boys.
Your boys, and you said it from day one.
I said it from day one, folks. I always supported New Day, and now everyone's joined the bus.
We've got the New Day, Kofi and Xavier, because Big E's got a swollen ball.
He had ring post-itis. Doctor.
That was just brilliant. How many times do you reckon they had to film that? Because Gallows and Anderson were laughing.
I think that's going to... I think those segments have probably pissed off a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, because...
But I think they've loved them.
Yeah, it's been nice to sort of say, let's have a laugh with it.
Yeah, let's just have a laugh and a joke, yeah.
Interesting match. I mean, it was nice to see... As nice as it was to see Xavier Woods get a bit of ring time.
He's a hell of a wrestler.
He's a hell of a wrestler. His
springboard thing off the top rope, and he did a tightrope walk as well.
He is on his Iron Sheik boots. Yeah. Cheeky babies. Cheeky baby.
Someone trademark them and make them into trainers.
Yes, definitely.
The cheeky babies.
I don't think it worked as well without Big E. Because basically, you look at most tag teams.
You have the powerhouse.
Yeah, you look at the Legion of Doom. You look at Demolition. You look at the Steiners. You look, the Brainbusters. Ann Anderson and Tully Blanchard. Yeah. Ann was the muscle. You look at the Shield.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns was the muscle of the group.
Yeah.
And I think they're lacking that without Big E, and then obviously Big E came back and it was a disqualification. But
a huge pop.
Oh yeah,
from us and the audience.
Yeah, and it was nice to see Big E do that really awkward run, and I think it's cemented because people forget when he's wiggling his hips and licking everything and having a laugh.
He is.
But the man is a legitimate beast.
Yeah.
He has got the power to hurt you. At one point, John Cena has got his own personal gym, and he gets a lot of the development guys and girls working with him there, and working out and doing a bit of weightlifting and stuff like that. And at one point, Biggie Langston held the weightlifting record there. He's stronger than the power of John Cena.
I can imagine.
And if you can hear a strange noise in the background,
Brother Holmes.
I knew you'd drink. It's I've brought the wrestling Babble mascot, Homer, aka Homer Glumplick, aka Brother Holmes. He's come along for the ride because there was no one to look after him.
No, so he's
here.
So if you notice any strange sounds in the background, it's because he's got his water ball. It's quite hot in Babble Studios today.
Yes, because Brother Holmes is with us.
Yes.
But yeah, people forget how much of a beast that man is. And then you could see it was like, yeah, I'm awesome. But I've got to stick my tongue out and do this little dance.
No, but then he drank the ball juice.
Yeah! He was just like...
he just spat it everywhere. I love Big E.
Next match for me, I said that
we didn't actually say what we thought of the match.
It was bloody good.
Yeah. This was the moment where you could see the audience were waning.
Yeah.
And we'll get more into that in due time, but yeah.
Next match, I mean, I said before about the Miz, and as much as I like the Miz, my wife has loved the Miz for many years now.
Because he's awesome.
Yeah, he is.
And he came to play.
He's all that and a bag of chips.
Yes.
This next match for me was throwaway and such an anticlimax was Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. Supposed to be the match for the heavyweight championship of the world.
And again, what's it doing? I think it was like smack bang in the middle.
Yeah.
What's it doing there?
And it was a 15-minute match, and it was, you can see that they want to push Ambrose as a heel.
Yes.
Because he's doing a good job, because I think he's coming across as a total dick.
Yeah.
He is the biggest knob this side of nowhere.
Yeah.
Ziggler, I honestly thought Ziggler was going to walk out with the strap last night.
I wanted him to.
I did.
I really.
The guy
wanted
deserves
Ziggler.
his shot. I do think that if he doesn't, if they have some sort of rematch, he doesn't win it. Then I think the next person that we're marking out over because he's popped up at TNA will be Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, which is a shame because he's such a good talent.
Well, he's awesome.
He had his Shawn Michaels pants and everything.
Yeah, his winner's pants.
And his Don't Tread on Me.
Yeah, and his whole Motley get up.
Yeah.
But yeah, as awful as it sounds, and we've got to give our opinions on these things. What podcast? I don't even want to talk about it because it was such a letdown and such a. When the finish happened, it was like, oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll talk. I'll talk about it. And seeing as you don't want to, you can spend time with Brother Holmes.
Yeah.
So basically, they did amazing build up for this because they did Dolph Ziggler's promos.
He was on fire.
He was on fire, and I'm sorry, watching those promos made you think he's gonna take this.
Yeah.
And I was pumped for it because whenever you'd see Dolph, except now and again they'd have little segments of like, oh, here's someone in the back kind of thing. Whenever you'd see Ziggler, I was like, come on, Ziggler, you can do this. Come on, Ziggler.
Come on, Ziggy.
And then, obviously, he didn't win, which is a massive disappointment for me, because I was really rooting for Ziggler.
I think everyone was.
Again, like you were saying, Dean Ambrose, he must be being put forward as a heel, because he did... If he is, he's doing a great job, like you said, because he was doing a lot of sort of big-headed stuff, like he was flexing his muscles and holding the belt up high and basically making it a championship.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing because it brings prestige to the title, but it doesn't suit the Dean Ambrose character.
No.
It's like when Stone Cold started working with Vince.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then he started working with Try.
You couldn't take it seriously.
No. And that's the thing. And I think... And the audience noticed it.
Yeah.
Because there was boos starting to develop for Dean Ambrose, which is something I don't think they ever would have expected.
Definitely not.
And again, this was the start of the audience starting to lose it, because I think they got so exhausted with
after the Cena and AJ.
Yep, they got so exhausted with them. Whenever something like a great wrestling match would happen, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't give a toss because they'd seen the match they wanted to see, and they were just like, all right, then let's just see what the rest brings.
Yeah, and when you've got a match that's for the richest prize in the game, as it's being called, it's almost as if it's playing second fiddle to our next match. Nice little segue there, which was a 6-woman tag team match, which was Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Carmella against Natalya, Alexa Bliss, and Eva Marie.
Mr. Black.
Yeah. What are they doing with this bloody whole Eva Marie angle? I don't understand it.
The Eva Marie thing, they're basically trying to put... They're
trying to piss people off.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because they know...
People hate her.
People hate her, and it will get a reaction.
Yeah.
It's cheap heat.
And now it's come out she's been done for the failing the wellness policy, which apparently is being disputed. Yes. She's come out and said that it's something to do with she didn't file paperwork in time. I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. If you eat shit and sleep with your work 3, 4, 5 days a week, surely there's someone you can say, oh, there you go, there's my paperwork there.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I think she's been caught with her knickers down, and that's about it. So she was replaced by her returning Nikki Bella, which got a fucking massive pop.
Yeah. I think that's where things got confusing for people, because she came out and people were like, oh, it's Nikki Bella. She's like a massive face. And then she went heel.
Yeah.
It was like...
But you think just before they disappeared, the whole Divas Revolution thing where everyone split up into groups?
Oh, yeah.
She was sort of the high school cheerleader bitch.
Oh, yeah, I understand that, but people still see her as a face.
Oh, yeah, because she's...
Total Divas, soon to be Total Bellas.
Oh, God.
With Retirement Brian.
Yeah, and it makes me sad every time I see him, because I think, mate, just get rid of the Edge retirement haircut.
If you're wondering who we're talking about, it's Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. My wife did say, I'm going to watch that Total Bellas. Throwaway match. Waste of talent, I think. Total waste of talent.
To a degree, I kind of disagree with that. Because there was some fantastic wrestling on show, but because the audience didn't react,
they didn't really
it kind of made
in
you feel you shouldn't react.
Yeah.
Like when Naomi was doing all her kicks.
Yeah, that's
great athleticism.
Yeah. Believe it or not, this ran longer than Miz and Apollo Crews and Gallows and Andrews. against the New
Gallows
Day.
and Andrews.
Gallows and Andrews. I keep calling him Andrews. I don't know why. I don't.
He doesn't work in cash converters.
No, he doesn't have marvelous hair.
But there's some great female talent in that match. Alexa Bliss, great.
Yeah, Becky
Lynch, great. Carmella,
yeah. Natalya,
Natalya.
The last graduate of the Heart Dungeon.
Yeah.
You look at the talent that those guys are thingy. Brett, Owen, Bulldog, Brett. There's some brilliant talent.
Owen.
Yeah.
Jim.
Jim the
Anvil Neidhart,
father of Natalya.
Yeah.
Have you seen him these days? He don't look any different. He just looks fatter.
Oh, bless him though.
Yeah.
He tries.
Yeah, he tries.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think there was some really good work put out there, but because, like I said, because the audience didn't care, it kind of made you feel, well, should I care? And it was the same with the Universal Championship match.
Nice little segue.
Thank you.
I like this. For me, this was the second best match of the night. It was a shame that on Raw, on the Go Home show for Raw, old
Well, the $1 Million Man.
Yeah, Ted DiBiase, called out the Demon King. I'm gonna go on record by saying this. I think that's a bullshit name. The Demon. Why not just let him be Finn Balor?
Or the Demon.
Yeah, the Demon King.
Come on, Demon King.
Are they gonna?
Come on, Demon King.
Are they gonna give him?
Come on, St. George.
Are they gonna give him a? Are they gonna give him a singlet and start calling him Jerry the Demon King Lawler? But yeah, they give the big reveal of the Demon on Raw, and yeah, as cool as it was and stuff, it kind of took away a bit from the, because you never saw that on NXT. It was just, he was Balor, then it was, I'm going to fight on Saturday night, because there's more to Balor than this.
Alright, Roy. Oh, I love the Irish.
Yeah. Oh, you're mad. Yes, we're all insane.
But I know what you mean, and I'm not throwing my toys out the pram or anything, honestly. But it's just a shame because they could have saved it for SummerSlam.
Because I think kids would have shit themselves. Because you think there's obviously, because we watched him at NXT and we've seen the things he did and we've read about the different mad paints he did on the for ROH and for different people like that. There's still a lot of people that don't watch NXT or have never seen it. So when they see it, it's like, shit, that's different.
No, I understand. I do understand why they did it, because obviously it's like,
they want to drum up interest.
Well, they want to get people talking about Raw.
Yeah.
They want to get people to say, you don't want to, or you should have watched Raw because the Demon came out.
And then they'll go back and
watch it.
Yeah.
Whereas I think what would have been better is if they teased it.
Yeah.
If they maybe had him flash up on the screens. Or even just had him pop up in the ring, then disappear again.
Just give you the tip, then go balls deep at SummerSlam.
Exactly.
But brilliant match. I was expecting good, and I thought we got great.
Yeah. But again, the audience let it down.
Yeah, I think they spent too much time voicing their dismay of the Universal Championship belt design.
Yeah.
And not enough time on, this is a bloody good match.
Yes.
Unbeknownst to everyone there and the millions at home on pay-per-view TV, Finn Balor was wrestling with a dislocated shoulder, which happened relatively early on into the match.
Fair play to him for popping it back in.
Yeah, that's I've dislocated my shoulder. I actually had surgery on my shoulder, and when you dislocate it, the last thing you want to do is put it back in place.
Yeah,
because it's not pleasant, it's painful, and it's not nice.
But it was a very good match. It was kind of what you wanted it to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you were sitting there, and when you were seeing that the video package, you were like, "It's gonna be good. This.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. This," and it delivered.
Definitely. But it's just a shame that Balor is going to be out for 6 months, because I think they could have taken this on.
Yes.
And they could have done more with the rivalry. Rollins and Balor every week at each other's throat, interfering in each other's matches, and built it, and then Night of Champions come. And I think we'd have got another great match. But unfortunately, that's
not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. Which is also not happening. The United States Championship match. What a waste of time.
It was basically, let's try and get Roman over.
Yeah, let's make him look like a... let's show you what the guy can do when he's unleashed.
No. Let's show you what the big dog
That's
does
the
when he's
Undertaker. Is he going to start talking about his garden soon?
No, they call him the big dog.
Oh, yeah, but that was the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like I say, is he going to start talking about his garden and stuff? You know,
probably.
the big dog in his yard.
Undertaker.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's show you what the big dog can do when he's unchained.
Yeah, when he's off.
That's basically what it was.
When he's off his lead and not reading from a script.
No.
Waste of time.
Yeah.
Waste of time. You might as well have just said to Rusev, right, stand there. Roman Reigns is going to kick you in the spuds repeatedly for 10 minutes and you're going to stand there and take it.
Yeah.
You can't mount an offense because we want him to look strong. But you're keeping your belt.
You got to keep... You got to make Roman Reigns look strong.
Let alone the fact you went, 12 months without a loss.
Yeah. And then Super Cena.
You're a dominating United States champion and you're awesome. And you're Bulgarian, which is a lovely place to go on holiday, by the way. The Aquanevers Hotel, brilliant. You've got to make Roman Reigns look awesome because we've tried everything and we can't do it.
Yeah, so go on, your turn, your move.
That unfortunately was in the piss break spot. Maybe that's why they did it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's like Roman, we're gonna punish you for being a naughty man, but we're gonna put you in the piss break spot, and there's no chance you're gonna win the United States champion, but you're gonna look good. So it's a kind of...
It's a win-win?
I don't know. But yeah, they need to do something with Reigns because I think they're putting too much stock into his brand.
Yeah.
And not
the Roman Empire.
Yeah, they're not getting anything out of it.
No.
They're not getting anything out of it. So they need to do something with him. I don't know, it's been done to death, but maybe do the whole Rocky Maivia thing with him.
And turn him heel.
Where he's got to be nasty to people, but then you think, has it gone too far now?
I think it's gone too far.
Yeah.
And like I said, when we've talked about it countless times, if they do it now, people are just going to say, well, they're just doing what they did with The Rock.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's the cousin of The Rock, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which brings us to our main event of the evening.
The main event.
The 15 years in the making, but they never faced each other.
No.
And they've never really crossed paths.
No.
But it was 15 years in the making.
Apparently so.
The Viper, the mayor of Viperville, Randall Keith Orton, squaring off against the Conqueror, the
Duke.
What was it he always calls him? The something of Suplex City. Oh, I don't know. It's something. Paul Heyman, what a guy.
Yeah.
If
Paul Heyman was here, we'd get him to tell you.
Yeah, he would tell you.
Come on, Paul Heyman. Come on the
where
show.
are you? Come on, yeah.
Come on the show. We'll have a nice time.
This, for me, was... I didn't go into it with any preconcepted, this is going to be awesome. It was just a case of Orton's going to kick and punch his way through. Lesnar's going to suplex him lots, and then there'll be some sort of silly ending. I've not much you can say about the match other than that, but...
There was an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah, but I think you've got to talk about that ending, the closing of the match, because for me... That's
where it all happened.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 11, 12-minute match. Usually a main event like that goes for about 20.
Yeah.
But you can't... the ending, the closing of the match, I think, overshadowed everything that came between the two bells, was which apparently was a planned finish.
Yes.
But if you saw the photograph that was doing the rounds on Twitter today that Kevin Nash put up, that was, we might have to... I know we're not really going to be doing much video editing as far as this video goes, but it might be...
Spicy.
Might pop up like here or something. But it was a nasty cut.
Yeah.
And even Kevin Nash said, that's legit. People are looking for a blade. You might as well be looking for a needle in a haystack, because that was, and you could see that was when you looked at it up close, that was
it was nasty.
Yeah.
It was very, very nasty. I mean, I've shown people that segment, and people are just like, what?
Yeah, it was
quite a nasty thing. I mean, if you haven't watched it, or if you want us to remind you, basically, Brock Lesnar had Randy Orton on the floor, he did an F5, it didn't work, Randy Orton kicked out, so Brock Lesnar got a bit annoyed and thought, right, you know what, I'm just gonna beat the crap out of you.
Brought it up on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you until you basically tap out. So he ground and pounds him, does some UFC stuff, and he starts digging in the elbows. like he did with Cena at Extreme Rules, and the same thing happened.
It's basically
the watermelon effect.
It looks a little bit like a stretched out W. I'd say, looking at it, it's about 2 or 3 inches across and maybe half an inch wide. And it's, well, you can see it there.
Yeah, wow.
It's like, so we will put a picture up to show you. That's just from Twitter. Kevin Nash posted it up on Twitter. Apparently it was the plan finish. They planned on the original plan was you blade so it looks like he's beat the crap out of you. And I don't know who decided no, we're not going to blade. It's going to look legit. But that was nasty. That was really. It
blurred the line.
Yeah, it caused a lot of aggro backstage. I read today that apparently Jericho called shenanigans on it and said this is bullshit. This is unsafe. And called bullshit as Lesnar walked past him.
Yeah.
And as Lesnar spun round as to say, "What you on about, you little scary man?" Apparently Jericho squared up and they had to be separated by Tra and Mr. McMahon.
And Tra, to be fair to him, got in Jericho's corner
and said he's just defending his friend.
Yeah.
But part of me says yes, that they're doing this because
Brock's not going to be around.
You're not going to see Brock now until WrestleMania.
No.
It's as simple as that. And that's if he comes back at all. You're not going to see him until WrestleMania. All in all, like I said at the beginning of the show, all in all, it wasn't the greatest pay-per-view I've ever seen, but for a 4-hour show, I think they did better than what they basically did that night, what they were trying to do, and have been trying to do for years, with a 4-hour WrestleMania.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Yes. I think there was some great, like I said at the start, some great wrestling on display, a lot of really good matches. AJ Cena was great. Sasha, Charlotte was great. Balor Rollins, great. Unfortunately, there was some weird choices on where matches should go.
Yeah.
Like I said, Sasha, Charlotte should have been way higher up the card. Hell, the WWE and Universal Championship matches should have been the end of the card.
Yeah, definitely.
They should have been one after each other. Because then Bork Laser and Viperville himself would have been maybe before those two. Because but it was because of that weird finish. It kind of left you at the end going, what?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
What happened? It was that a shoot? Was that a work? What's going on?
No.
And then you kind of left the event feeling a bit, what?
Scratching your head.
Whereas an event, in my opinion, should end on a high note.
Yeah. Or if it's a low note, it's got to be a shocking. Like, you got to be like, wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Like Stone Cold joining Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
I hate to bring that one up all the time, but it's a good one.
So yeah, that's the end of the podcast. Thank you very much for giving it a listen. If you agreed with what we said, then chime in the comment section below, or chime in on the once again on the Wrestling Babble Facebook group. If you're not a member yet, put in a member request and we'll add you to it. Come and join the fun. We have a good laugh.
We have a good laugh.
We've built up quite a nice community now where it's all blokes of a certain age who should know better.
We're going quite global.
Yeah, it's people that should be in an age where they should know better, but don't, and have a bloody good time talking about something that they love.
Yeah.
Join look us up on Facebook. Are we Facebook.com?
No, but it hasn't got an official link. But if you go onto Facebook and search Wrestling Babble, you'll find it.
We are on there, and we're working at updating the page as often as we can. There's always somebody will put up a question. I've read this today. What do you think of it? And we discuss stuff on there.
Or someone will just say, I like this. Or check out this video from 2003's episode of Raw or something like that.
Yeah, look at this. And if you're listening to this and you're on the Wrestling Babble page, make sure you check out our friends at Max Wrestling Podcast as well. Dazzy, the Phoenix, the Butcher. Check them out because they go real in depth and they're a weekly podcast. They discuss everything that's happened on Raw, everything that's happened on TNA, and things that are coming up. And like I say, it's a weekly podcast. It comes out every Sunday. Check those guys out because they're super cool as well and friends of the show. So thank you very much for listening. We will see you at Backlash in September. Babble on.